Welcome back. This tutorial is for the second part of the scoreboard tutorial. We just dealt with adding to score, and now we're going to manipulate our scoreboard so that we can actually use it as a bullets left indicator. So I'm going to first create a subclass of actor, and I'm going to call this bullet board. And I'm not going to set any image. We don't need any image for this. We're going to make our own. Press OK. And then we're going to go over to the scoreboard class, and we're going to actually copy this. We're going to use part of it in order to create our bullet board. We're going to just modify it for what we need it for. So we'll paste it in here. And of course, we've got to change the name of the class to bullet board. And then the name of the constructor as well. Okay, great. So we've got this. And so next thing we're going to do is we are going to, of course, change the variable name because we're not keeping track of points, we're keeping track of bullets. And so we'll have to change the variable names throughout. All right. So we also need to change how many bullets we're going to have in the beginning, because when this is a scoreboard, this is actually keeping track of score that's incrementing, so we started at 0. In this case, we're going to have a certain amount of bullets to begin with, so let's set it to 10 bullets. This next little part here, the green foot image, we know creates a blank image, kind of a blank canvas for us. Then we draw on a word, so the score word. So of course we don't want this to say score anymore, we actually want this to say bullets left. And we can change points as well here, because that's just the variable that was keeping track of the amount of bullets that we, or amount of points we had. We just want now the bullets left. We'll set that image. And then we're actually going to change our add to score to a subtract bullets method. So every time this is going to be called, we're going to subtract a bullet. So I called it subtract bullet instead of bullets. And so we're going to want to say bullets. We're going to subtract 1 every time. So minus minus just means subtract 1 from this variable. Okay, we're going to get the image and we're going to clear it. We're going to have to change this around a bit. So we want it to keep printing out how many bullets we have left until it is equal to 0. So we got to make sure that if bullets is greater than 0, we want it to say bullets left plus bullets. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste that in. Okay, and I missed a semi or a quotation mark there, so we've got those two. And if bullets ends up dropping to equal or below 0, okay, we want it to actually say you lose, because if they have no bullets left and they haven't hit all the targets that they're supposed to hit, then they lose the game. So, alright, so I am going to compile this. Great, so now I've got this class that I've manipulated for my purpose. So you could use this for something more like lives if that made more sense for you, but we don't really have anything coming at our cannon, so we can't really have lives, so it doesn't really make sense. So we did bullets instead, so everything compiles there. Now it's a matter of adding this to the world and connecting it to our bullets. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to Cannon World, and we are going to add a instance variable called private bullet board. Well, not called bullet board, but holding something, a bullet board object, so a variable that holds a bullet board object called bullets. Okay, and we are going to, of course, create that or set that to equal a new bullet board in our prepare method. So bullets equals new bullet board. And then, of course, we're going to add that object, and we'll add it just above score, so I'm going to copy and paste that. And so just above score is going to be at about 25. There we go. Compile, and let's see, did that get added to the world? Yes, fantastic. And we've got 10 bullets left. Perfect. So headed back over to Cannon World. And now, just like we did for the scoreboard, we're going to create a update bullets method. So public void, and we'll call it update bullets. Okay, and then of course, bullets is the word that we have stored, or the variable that we have the bullet board stored in. And then we're going to say subtract bullets, I believe, or bullet, I think. Let me just double check that that was the right method name. Subtract bullet, perfect. Okay. So bullets.subtract bullets. So that's public, that's available to our cannon, or to call when we've actually shot out a bullet. So awesome. So we'll compile that, make sure that's all good. Last part of this is connecting our cannon to that method. Okay, so when we are shooting a bullet, that's when we want to remove a bullet. So you can see here in our shoot method, when the spacebar is pressed, if shooting is false, if it's not already shooting or hasn't been recently pressed, let's add a ball to the world, and we're going to subtract a bullet. So we're going to type in get world, okay, and we're going to have to cast that to be specifically the cannon world. Okay, because that method is in the cannon world class, not the world class. And so cannon world, get world, so dot update bullets. I believe that's what we called it. So again, I'm going to go back and check in cannon world. What did I call it? Update bullets. Perfect. Compile. And compile this to check it out. Good, no syntax errors. So let's give this a try. I'm going to press run. And you can see when I shoot a bullet, okay, bullets left decreases. All right, so this is the end of the tutorial for the scoreboard and modifying it.